Hello, moms and dads. Wanted to give you an update on the big question most parents are now asking me. When will CCAs start? Will we even have CCAs here at school? Now that everyone is settled in and we seem to be in school, now you've got the next big question. So yes, we did have the announcement by KHDA that all CCAs will be allowed to start. But just to give you a little bit, put it in context, shall I say, we also received a nice book of instructions of how those CCAs will be implemented. Now, I'm sure you will agree, we are all about wanting CCAs to start. Yes, our staff want the kids to have CCAs as well, but let's jump off. Firstly, there are three forms of CCAs, co-curricular activities. Some schools call them ASAs, other schools call them ECAs. Here at DIA Albasha, they are known as CCAs. So the first one we have are the free CCAs. In other words, that's a CCA that is hosted by a teacher at the school, and each child is entitled to one and possibly two depending on space. The second form of CCAs is paid CCAs. This is when external providers come into the school. You have an option to sign up if you wish to do so, but it's all done on our campus after school hours. And then the third CCAs is what we refer to as squads, where students have been selected to represent the school in competitions, matches, participating in a league, in other words, belonging to DASA. So those are the three versions that we have here. Most schools all have those three versions. So let me start off with explaining what we think our approach is going to be and how we hope to implement it, making sure that we are keeping to the guidelines. All right, so let's just quickly have a look. CCA number one version, the free CCAs. What we are looking at, and again I'm emphasizing looking at, is our grade 2s, 3, 4, and 5 students will have the option to choose which CCA they would like to do within their grade. So we can't mix grades here. So if there are 6 teachers in grade 2, for example, there will be 6 different CCAs that one could sign up for, and therefore a student will then sign up for which one they want to go for. All right, then our KG2s and grade 1s is hosted by your teacher. In other words, for 2 weeks, for 2 CCAs, the teacher standing, the class is exactly the same class. They can't mix. The teacher presents, for example, Lego Club. So for today, I present Lego Club on a Monday. Next Monday, I present it to the class again. And then the following Monday, I move to another KG2 or a grade 1 class. And the teachers do a carousel. So the students are getting an opportunity to be exposed to different CCAs, whether that be inside the school or outside the school. At the moment, for our pre-K and KG1 students, we are not yet announcing any CCAs for you. Now, I say not yet. I'm not saying never. I've just said not yet. It's a long day for our little ones who are new into the school system. And we have to keep in mind that the 2 adults that I have in class, the teacher and the CRA, has to be there to be able to maintain the CCA. But at the end of the day, our CRAs are bus assistants, and therefore they're getting on a bus. So who's going to be with that teacher? Do you understand what I'm trying to get at here? There are a lot of logistics to put in place. So for now, we're almost taking the approach that I see a number of schools in Dubai have done, is maybe, again, I'm emphasizing all these words so that no one comes back and says, you said it was going to be this. Maybe only starting our pre-K and KG1 students in January. But this again is all a draft version that I am sharing with you. This is our thought process. We have reached out then for part 2, which is our paid CCAs. Our paid CCAs, we've reached out to our usual guys that used to come onto our campus, but understanding that for many of them, they have downsized during the pandemic. So now they've had to get new guys, recruit people. Those people have had to go through first aid training, certificate training that they are specific for their paid CCA. The paperwork from Dubai Health Authority, Dubai Municipality has to be approved. In 1 or 2 cases, one of our favorite ones that we had here, company has just folded. It no longer exists. So it's finding all of those replacements. So we have a good couple of people that have already examples. ISM football is back in action. Speedo swimming wants to be here with us. Turning Point wants to be here with us. We've got chess knowledge. I know judo has asked, can they only start in January? They just need to get their things organized. So there's a whole bunch of others that are ready to do these paid CCAs. Then the third one are the squads. In other words, our football teams for this term. Usually we have cross country, swimming, football, netball that takes place. Now DASA, the Dubai League that looks after all primary schools, has asked primary schools to fill in a survey of how best they want to start their competitions, their fixtures. And we are waiting for the outcome of what schools have sent in on that form. So we will be starting with trials, and we will be going through with all of this. This will happen. It's just all happening in phases. We are hoping that on the 3rd of October, we can start with our CCA. So you see, it's just around the corner. It's nothing too long that you need to wait for. So what we are doing right now, we have the list of what teachers have said in grades 2, 3, 4, and 5 they wish to do. KG2 and grade 1, we've done exactly the same. We've now sending those names through to our head office, who puts it through on an online booking system for us. We will then send you a link so that you can do a sign up. We will then confirm that sign up because it will be set on spaces. So at this point in time, having a look at our guidelines, we are looking at 20 people in a sign up that we are taking a look at. And if there's more space, then of course you can sign up for a second one. That's no problem at all for us. We then will organize with our buses, because we then need to have the usual 2:30, where some students, as always, have chosen not to do CCAs, and they go home. And then there's a late bus service at 3:30 for those students who've done their CCAs. Parents need to reach out to the bus company, whether that's a paid CCA or the free CCA or the squad CCA. So in a nutshell, that's what we are looking at. I will have some more clarity for you really soon. I just want that link sent to us, and just waiting for clarification from DASA as well about how we could go about it, so that we can tell you exactly when trials are starting. Now, the next big thing that everyone is asking is, when is swimming going to start? Yes, swimming will start. We will phase it in. We'll start a little bit with our older grades. Our lifeguards are busy going through their training and requirements, because remember, all schools didn't have lifeguards last year because we weren't allowed to have swimming. Teachers who coach swimming are all doing their refresher first aid course as well, and their swimming training course. So every school has got blocks in time. Some schools have already started because they were first up in the round of bookings. Not that we booked late, just clarify that, not that we booked late. It's just, this is the sequence of events taking place. So I hope this is a little bit more clarity for you. I know we can't please everyone with the way that we do things, but again, we were very fortunate previously, before COVID, with all the things that we used to offer for all our students. COVID, it's been last year tough with not being able to have CCAs. We are very happy to have CCAs again, but hopefully parents will understand that we also want to be cautious and not put our staff or students in unnecessary situations, that we take it step by step. And as soon as I have more information, I will update you. Thank you very much.